welcome to Rain's Cryptids, Myths, and Folklores. Today, we'll be talking about the Scorpion Men. Scorpion Men, you say? Well, dating back to the beginning of time, but also mentioned in the epic of Gilgamesh. Not sure if I pronounced it right, but I will be putting the word up here. It dates back to 2100 to 1200 BC. So that's pretty far back. They are some crazy mean monsters. But they are only doing their bidding of what they were born for. Their descriptions, their heads and torsos were strong, muscular men. Some have even described as with beards. Their lower bodies and legs were of a scorpion, including the tail with a stinger. In ancient drawings, there's even pictures of them having their feet having talons like a bird of prey. Their stingers were venomous, would kill instantly. Well, almost instantly. They had godlike powers. And they were also the very best archers, with never missing their target of who they were trying to hit. According to Mesopotamian legend, Tiamat, got that one right, but I will still put it up here. Goddess of the sea, was the one who gave birth to them. Of the twins, they were twins, and they were called the twins of monsters. They came into existence shortly after Tiamat's husband, hold on, let me see if I can get this right, Apsu, I don't know if it was right, but it'll be over here, was killed, and her daughter was enslaved. And in revenge, she created the twins of monsters, the Scorpion Men, and sent them to battle the younger gods that had killed her husband and enslaved her daughter as revenge for what happened to her family. Then one god stepped in. His name is Marduk, and sent the Scorpion twins to the underworld, basically. The deadly twins were also busy tending to the sun god Shamash. Again, I'll put that over here. When the sun rose, they parted the gates. Then when the sun set, they did the same. They would retire back to the underworld, where they would punish the dead. And from what I've read, they were very mean about their punishment of the dead. In ancient poem, epic of Gilgamesh, hopefully I got that right, these deadly guardians questioned Gilgamesh as he tried to pass through the gates of the twin peaks of Mount Mashu. By his responses, they deducted that he was also part god, so they granted him entrance. Must have been a really smart man to fool them. Their actual name, I cannot pronounce, but here's the spelling. There was also artifacts in other areas that has been discovered, besides just in the Mesopotamian area. There's artifacts in, don't know how to pronounce it, but I will put it up here. But it was in Iran. And then also, in a farther away area, Aztecs. The Aztecs even wrote about the Scorpion Men. Although their description of them were slightly different. They had them blue, which I'm not for sure why the Scorpion Men were like Smurfs, but hey, they were blue. But they were also had the similar story, the story with Tiamat. So there's some relation there because of the fact that they knew how they were born from Tiamat. But all the way over with the Aztecs. makes food for thought on that one. I'm not for sure I'd want to tangle with them, especially with their accuracy with being archers. I mean, dead right. They were good. So maybe it was a good thing they went to the underworld. But that concludes on the Scorpion Men. So please like and subscribe to my channel. But how about we go to Superstition for Thought? And today's Superstition for Thought will be tossing a coin in fountains. We are naturally drawn to sounds of moving water. We hear it and we want to go see it. What is that? Water is always a beautiful sound. Fountains, waterfalls. It's just, I mean, some of us even have fish tanks because we love the sound of water. But now tossing a coin in a fountain and making a wish is what we've always done. Was it always that way? I don't think so. The exact origins of tossing a coin into the water is not known, but the traditions can be dated back to Roman, British, Celtic mythologies, even in India. For many different purposes, tossing a coin or riches into the water was what you wanted to do for multiple different reasons. There was anything from just wanting to prevent bad luck or wishing or who knows. But it has been also in many religious aspects. How it got there, not for sure, but it's a history thing. It's been around everywhere. There is also that when you toss copper or silver, which was usually the coin at that time, way back when, which was usually tossing into a well or open body of water, it helped cleanse and purify the impurities in the water, prevented you from getting things like dysentery because of being copper and silver. And also, it made the water even healthier for you. Of course, that wasn't the reason that most back then tossed the coins into the water, to help with cleansing impurities, but it also, a lot of them used it as every time you passed any type of body of water. I think it was India, where you toss the coin into any body of water you came across because you didn't want bad luck following you from there, or bad spirits or any of the sorts following you away from the water. So you toss a coin in the water. Now let's not forget they also worship the gods and goddesses of the sea. So, of course, you're going to have the favor of that god or goddess. You're going to give them an offering of coins. So you have that favor. I don't know. I could see that. But in the end, it benefited them either way because it was silver or copper. And so, of course, I'm sure probably there was some gold in there too. I don't know. But that's what I found when it came to tossing a coin in a fountain. So in a way, it always has a similar superstition for a wish or for luck. Either way, who knows? It might work for you. I would like to thank you for joining me for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me again on the next episode. Please have a good evening. Blessed be.